What about air taxis? Hey, Paulie, how you doing? Yeah, air taxis. That's... Oh, game? What do you just do? Of course, the problem is going to be, can we create an interchange here? Given the restrictions of this river. We'll have to rework the whole thing. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do, Buzz, really. Which bus simulator game would I recommend right now? Isn't it always the same answer? It depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for graphics? Are you looking for detailed buses? Are you looking for, like, the ability to drive interesting routes? You know, there's all kinds of variables in that question. Should use the next one over. What do you mean the next one over? What next one over? So that road's major enough to take it out this way. And we could even have someone else going on up here. Oh. What are you complaining about? Taxes are too high. The building is in need of workers that have higher education. Aren't they right next to, like, a university here? What the heck? Okay, we'll just put some more people nearby. Solve that problem. People who move to the city are all uneducated. I don't know how it works in that sense. People that kind of come in. I know that as they kind of the young Sims that grow up, it depends on the zone they're in and like what it tells them to do and whether they've got university and whether it's a school's out, blah blah blah. Cargo terminal on the rail line. What, here? I'm not sure that's going to help. Or you're thinking, is your thinking here, put a cargo terminal here and then have trucks kind of deliver the goods into there? Is that what you're thinking? Because most of this traffic is not actually trucks. You know, I think it's just people coming shopping. What might help is, you know, like a rail line for people to get off and come and shop. Big fire in the industry district. I'm looking. That is a big fire. Wait, I thought I had a helicopter. Like, there's the alert tower. There's the depot. Oh yeah, they're on it, look. I don't know what else I can do. They've got a fire station here, they've got helicopters, they've got watchtowers, I mean, really? What else do they want? Baz's roundabouts are tourist attractions. Lol. You may need some more education through your city. Let's see. We do need more education. What we could do is just ramp the budget up for now. Still making good money, so let's just increase that. Wow, that barely made a dent. Yeah, I think we need to make a lot more schools. That's the real problem. These guys could do with a school. I've got 2 high schools here, blimey. I think they need another... Well, actually, there's 4,700 students and 5,400 places. So, I think, you know, putting the budget up has allowed more people to go to uni, but there's still a shortage of places. I think we need another university.
Welcome back, Nutter.
They're uneducated. Yeah, that's the uneducated block. Some scumbags are complaining about taxes. Oh, bring the bulldozer in. How dare they? That one as well, blimey. Oops. Reminds me I've not saved it for a while. So this is basically the education area, but this needs to be a lot bigger, and we need a second uni.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
There's a metro. The game is basically saying you're making too much money, dial your taxes down. That's what actually is happening here. It's all low density, so we'll just dial that back 1%, and that'll probably shut them up. There you go. And this is a worker problem, which we know about. We'll have to build out here and have more housing with another way in. Let's focus on this. Monroe, 27 months, just came into sub and watch the VOD tomorrow. No problem, Monroe. No problem, thank you. Five-level highway cross. Baz, what is this? What is this monster? That's actually massive. Highway traffic highway cross 2. Wow, I'm just trying to get that to fit there. It's going to be a bit of a problem. You'd actually have to sit back over here or something. Yikes. 5-level looks cooler. Size-wise, it's the same. I actually think that's slightly smaller, Baz. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
We're going in. This is going to be painful. Johnny-O, thank you for the bits. Hope you and the family are well. Thank you, Johnny-O.
Oh, yeah.
Let's fix all this in a minute. Tyler Han, you missed my 28-month resub. Thank you for 28 months, Tyler, and thank you for the delivery. I'm sorry about that. And Rose C. I think I missed his as well.
Oh, yeah.
It has 2 levels of tunnel, so be aware of that. I'm not bothered about the tunnels, except when I come to delete it. Squirrel Logistics, hope everything is okay your end. We're getting there, bro. Thank you. Thank you for $10, Squirrel Logistics. You know how it is. I flatten all that for now. Let's see if we can convince this thing. Yikes. You have to swerve, like, you have to bring the roads from left and right in. It's gonna look so weird. The alternative is to build the land out temporarily, which might be the option. We do this. This is probably a really bad idea. Why don't you want to build that? I think it's because of the tunnels. I just hope I can fix this in a minute. Okay, I can probably convince that to go in. Actually, we've got more leeway this way, I think. Yikes. Hey, Scotty. All hell's gonna break loose in a minute with the water. It's not gonna like what I just did. Not one bit. Don't forget to put that railway back. Yeah, flood. I think a flood is inevitable because it's going to slosh around and then flood this probably. And then settle down. A Co-Cheese with half a year. Thoughts to Mrs. Squirrel and her dad and to Scouts 2 on his wife. Thank you, Co-Cheese. I don't think we'll get a tsunami. We're just going to get a major correction. Okay, right. Let's flatten this out.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Looking here, Dan. Welcome back. What could possibly go wrong? You'll find out.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Okay, that's working that way. You've got the you've got the clip button ready. Actually, this is quite beneficial. If we bring the highway over here a little bit, we actually grab a bit more land back from there. We could also elevate the highway while we're at it, and that way we can build underneath it and use this land. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll elevate in a minute. Actually, no, we'll keep the motor on the ground and elevate the roads over it. Let's do it that way. Paulie, thank you for gifting a sub to Johnny968. Welcome to the Net House, Johnny. Thank you, Paulie, sir. Wait, what? How many space is already occupied? Right, so I've just got the train line to get over there.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. It's really annoying when it stops like that. Now there's a heck of an elevation change here. Like, significant. Do it. Do you plan on building a zoo or amusement park? Steady on. We haven't really got a tourist zone yet, so we'd have to look at where we're going to do that. It's not that long since we unlocked all the tiles, so start thinking about the macro level. The way to do this might be... Paulie, have a good one, sir. Thank you. Oh my god, game. Really? Really? It's the best you can come up with? Okay, so just going to get the railway line over there now. Can you move the river? Move the river. You'll see what happens in a minute. I already took a load of land out of there and then removed it. And in a second, when I unpause it, the game's water is going to like be going nuts for a bit. And this is probably going to get flooded. But it'll settle down. What do I want? Train. Track. The heck are we going to do this then? What I could do is try crossing on a smaller span there. So what's the level of this land?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Whoa, what? This game's crazy. Almost crashed your plane adjusting the props, stalled the engines and almost went into a dive, saved it using autopilot to try and hold us steady whilst I reignite the engines, Luke. What plane? Exactly, gents. If El Squirrel wants a road, he gets a road even if a river has to yield. Toddlito, thank you for 2 years. 2 years anniversary with Skylines. Thank you for 2 years support. Happy anniversary. Zen happy with half a year. Pit TC. Squirrel's playing Skylines. My brain is now saying I have to play Skylines tonight. Must play the game the streamer is playing. Right, I'm playing Fortnite then. Really? I think we'll go underground. to the... Fortnite is blasting me here. How's the flying, Costa? The weather has been... So on Monday, I went to do my night flying, and I looked out the window and I thought, it's actually quite a nice day. I thought, I'm going to fly today. Cloud looked really good. I got to the flight school. My instructor was out flying. I was like, yes, finally, I can do my night rating, finish it off. Looked at the weather forecast. It was all like broken 2600. Absolutely brilliant, I thought. Game on. So I had a smile on my face while I was drinking my tea. Then my instructor landed and came in and he had a sad face and I was like, why are you sad? We're flying, right? And he said, it's not looking too good out there. And I went, what? 2600 cloud? Broken? You what, mate? He said, yeah, it's not the cloud, it's the viz. The visibility. He said, you get up though, he said, you can't see anything. You see, all you see is like trees sticking up through the mist. So basically, I had the wind on my side. It was lovely, calm wind. I had the cloud on my side, and the visibility nailed me. Too dangerous to fly because the viz was so bad. And the mist was coming in. And there was another female instructor, and she said she'd just come back in, cut her flying short because she could see it, the mist coming thicker. She said when it gets like that, you don't want to be out on it. So you can really get caught out with that one. So I had two instructors telling me it wasn't flyable, so I sat there and sulked. So yeah. That's what happened. Have 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes of flying. That's all I need. 40 minutes to finish it off. Otherwise, it will be next winter before I can do it. And I'll probably have to do almost all of it again. My instructor's positive. He thinks we can do it. He's like, you know, we've only got 40 minutes. He said if you had more than that to do now, if you had like an hour or two left, I'd be really, really worried. He said, but 40 minutes, even if we have to do like 220s, we can squeeze it in. Let's put some trees up here. I think we're ready to unpause and see what carnage ensues. We've got the train line linked up. We've got the highways linked up in both directions. Everything looks good. So this is where we're going to unpause it and see what happens with the water. Well, that was pretty uneventful. What time is night time for the purpose of this? The CAA classes it as 30 minutes after sunset is the start of night. It's what you call civil twilight. 30 minutes. So whenever the sunset time is for that day, 30 minutes later is then officially night according to the CAA. The fact is, though, if it's a clear day, you can still... like there's no cloud, there's still quite a lot of light available, even though it's nighttime, but it very quickly goes. So, I think I got away with that. Oh, here's it. Chocolate's back. Yes! Yay! Got a bit of chocolate tint going on there. I like it. Cool. I'm happy with that. So now we just need to bring our... where's our road? That one. Just need to bring that up to meet the highway. It's a 6-lane road, isn't it? Of course, I can see traffic. I can see traffic on this junction becoming a major problem. Can you make a toll road? You can make a toll road, yeah. I don't actually use them. Because generally when I'm making highway connections, I want the traffic to use it. I don't want to put them off. Do we want a one side off? I think we probably do. If we want to build on this area later, that's the question. Don't join the 6 line. I recommend 2 exits, one further up and one further down. What, Baz? Okay. Run that by me again. Can you comment on this speculation? Firefighter. Did Willy Wonka build a chocolate factory in Detroit? If he did, I can't tell you where it is, but you can tell by the colour of the water that there may be chocolate. I think what we'll do is we'll take that 6 lane. And we'll punt it all the way down here. And build something there later. So then we want to take this highway and have lane drop-offs into this thing. Basically. I don't really know where this highway is going to go, actually. I suppose it could swing around that way, but that seems a bit weird. Maybe it should just terminate here. I'm not sure I'm going to be building that way anyway. So, I mean, the highway could just terminate here, I guess. But it does stop exploiting that land later. So maybe not. How does Lindor compare to good EU chocolate? Lindor. I'm not really a fan of Lindor or Lindt or any of that stuff. We don't have an airport just yet, but yeah, possibly that would be an airport. On that bit there. Depends how big. One sec. I ain't got a blimp either. International airport is that big. So technically it is doable to build it there. Do you know, I was watching a one of those what are they called? Aircraft investigation. It was a new one, you know, the aircraft investigation stuff. But interestingly, although it was a new episode of it, it was actually an event that happened back in 1993. And I thought to myself, 25 years, that sounds like, because it was a military thing. It was into a military installation where the accident happened. I thought, that sounds like it just got declassified. But anyway, they were on about the pilot should have come in on runway 28. But he actually chose to come in on runway 10. And I was getting so triggered every time they said 10. It just bugs me. And even the actor pilots were at it. Yeah, let's go for runway 10. I'm like, Stop it. But it was an interesting series. And the cause was fatigue, basically. It was apparently the first time that it's the first crash investigation that was done where the NTSB found the cause of the crash to be fatigue. And it was at that point that the FAA mandated brakes for pilots so that they didn't get fatigue and cause accidents. Yeah, it's runway 10. Like, it's not runway 35, it's runway 35. And the reason is very simple, really. It's because like English is the language of aviation, the numbers only go from 0 to 9. There's no 10, 11. It's like it goes 0 all the way up to 9, and then it goes 10, 11. Yeah? So that's the reason, because that way any non-English speaker only has to learn like the phonetic alphabet and the numbers, and they can communicate once they can speak English, obviously. But when it comes to numbers and stuff, there's nothing above 9. So I just wish that they'd actually follow that and actually do it properly, but hey. Should I elevate and take the highway over the top? I think I probably should. Let's elevate here. I don't know what junction I'm going to do there, though. I think we should do the junction first, actually. I don't care about the garbage problem. I need to deal with this highway junction. Baz Highway T with the 6-lane exit. That's something like what we want, but not really. Maybe I should just have a custom junction and be done with it. You know, always reading or having to read IMEI numbers on serial numbers, I can always try to read them as phonetically. Yes, coaches, all the Baz's creations, should we call it that? All of Baz's creations are in the Steam Workshop.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Highway traffic, highway cross. Pectac, thank you for 8 months. Almost a Twitch baby. Changed my name. It was Gamstaff5. Okay, thank you, Pectac, for 8 months. Example, if a runway is heading 154, you remove the last digit, the runway becomes runway 15. The opposing runway would be 33. If the runway heading was 156, you would run up to 160. Yeah, but the only thing that causes what causes the runway numbers to change, though, Cuzzy, is when the magnetic compass basically moves around. And so something that was on a heading of 154 magnetic, you know, the compass might move. Magnetic field moves. There's some deviation in it. It's never like still, and it might suddenly become a 156, and then, as you say, the runway gets renumbered. It's multiple of them, but you only have one, Baz. What do you mean? How often does it move? Well, it's always moving, technically. It's like it's basically a magnetic field that's constantly kind of shifting around. But it doesn't, like, it will stay as it is and move like 1 degree in a couple of years or something like that. Like, my map, all the aviation maps have the compass deviation on them. And at the moment where we are in the UK, the deviation is like 1 degree, which is just nothing at the moment. There's multiple variants of highway to 6-lane, but only have one. Gotcha. I think I might just do a custom. Sounds more fun. I did see that farming sim was now an esport. And yeah. I mean, once we get past the novelty of it, I honestly can't see it surviving as an esport, if I'm honest. But hey, each to his own. You might go and compete. It's not so much people competing. I think there will be plenty of people wanting to compete. I'm just not sure if it's going to make a particularly great spectator sport, but I'm sure there'll be people that will watch. Farming sim as an esport is the industry's shark jumping moment, but that's just me. What does that mean? Well, I suppose, Dave, yeah. Now, what do we do with this thing? Just terminate it somewhat for now? I suppose we'll have to. I could just terminate it as a roundabout for now. So we work out what we're doing with it. Jump the shark is an American term for when a product or show goes downhill. Oh, right. I've never heard of that. Now look at the traffic flow of the other junction, expect the same here, and then see how you deal with it. Look at the traffic flow at the other junction. Well, this one, Beth. At the moment, they're not using it, but they will. They will. Put a roundabout here for now. Dracula. That lightning is kind of the lightning that you get in the horror movies. Like the sarcastic lightning. Okay, we'll do that for now. Not too fussed. Right, so if we do a 2-lane off-ramp, and then split it, so like 2 lanes go that way, of which 2 go underneath. So we'll do the same over here. Wow, game. That looks magnificent. Thank you for that. Let's see. That's gonna go. Why is it curving though? By the time it's finished, be the same size as mine if you want it to be properly. Yeah, but Baz, this is more fun. It wasn't really the size that was the issue, Baz. The question is, should I bring it around that way? So many people go down and under and then back over, just for the giggle. So we know we're going to have a lane drop off there like that.
Back, Nutter.
Similarly about there. I'll have to do all the arrows in a minute. Nvidia posted a video on YouTube. May something be interested in pro quality streaming with Nvidia RTX and GeForce optimized OBS. So basically what? They've added a bunch of instructions to their card for OBS to encode. That's what it sounds like. I'm not really sure what the RTX comes into it though. See a firefighter? Yeah, I know what RTX is. I don't understand where the RTX comes in with streaming. That's what I'm saying. It just sounds like they've done a buzzword thing on it. Leverage the spare RTX architecture for most games aren't using. You cynic. Look at this. Spectacular. That's ugly. We should probably just continue. I wonder if we... split that later. Yeah. Yes, Will Vaughan, it will go on SquirrelPlus, man. Yep. Oh, look at the traffic piling in there. Blimey. Should start to take some of that weight, shouldn't it? So on this side, the train line's kind of getting in the way. But ideally, I want to get this around to there, but connecting into the same kind of on-ramp. I think maybe the problem is that we're just going here. Let's not do that. It's a crazy roundabout. What, that one? Yep. Whoa. Traffic chaos. Right, so if we take the traffic off the outside of this, split it separately, I think, and then go around that way, that might be the way to do it. Oh my god. Look at this, 3 lanes of traffic just going. And then they go into 2, and then they go into 1 lane. So dumb. Well, I think that's the cause. That'll probably help. Coming along here and cheekily going round there. We'll have less of that nonsense.